Hey, good morning, friends. Uh, Matthew 17 is a passage we read and learned through some time ago. Uh, but 6 days, after 6 days of travel, Jesus took with him Peter, James, and John, the brother of James, and led them up a high mountain by themselves. There he was transfigured before them. He had changed. His face shone like the sun, and his clothes became as white as the light. Just then there appeared before them also these two other characters, Moses and Elijah, talking with Jesus. Surreal moment, right? Peter says to Jesus, Lord, it is good for us to be here. If you wish, I'll put up three shelters, one for you, one for Moses, one for Elijah. But while he was still speaking, a bright cloud covered them, and a voice from the cloud said, This is my son, whom I love. It's a callback, right, to his baptism. This is my son whom I love and in whom I'm well pleased, right? This is the same line. This is my son whom I love. With him I am well pleased. And then here's one last line. Listen to him. It's emphatic. Exclamation point, right? Listen to him. His trainees heard this and they fell face down to the ground, terrified. Right? They hear the voice of God. The voice of God reaffirms, This is my son, whom I love, and in whom I'm well pleased. And then there's the command, listen to him. Right? We got to yesterday as we gathered to talk about listening well and then acting on what we hear. This is the call, putting Jesus in the center of our lives. The one thing we do is simply this: listen. Listen to his voice. Listen to his will. Listen to where he calls us. And then do what he calls us to do. It's a prayer that I've been praying off and on for a while by a lady named Jean Fleming. And we'll just pray it to finish. Eternal God, how do you intend the Christ life to be lived in us, for us to live as Christ, as our King? Teach us by your Spirit. Train us by your providence. Inspire us by your presence. Enable us by your resurrection power. Equip us by your mighty word. Interweave our lives with our King Jesus, that we might live and move and have our being in him. May our lives be consumed in his and find fullest expression in doing your will. Draw our fragmented lives together in yourself. Amen. Grace and peace, friends.